Here's a present for you.
Hello and welcome, this is Roofmonger, and my friends, it is the holiday season, therefore it must be Techmas time. So in this video, you're just going to find just a grab bag of tech, just a bunch of random tech here. There will be timestamps in the video description if you want to skip around as well. And with that said, hey, let's just get right to it. For our first Techmas tip, I want to talk about the concept of unmoving shimmies. So I'm sure you probably know the concept of the shimmy where you walk in and out of the enemy's range, and you're trying to bait a move out. Specifically, a lot of times you're trying to bait out like an up 3 or something like that, right? When you knock them down. And there are ways to shimmy without you actually moving a direction. I think Jade's one of the better examples of this. So we're going to use our 2-1-2 string here, and I'll knock him down, right? And in and of itself, if we don't move, we're still in range of the wake up 3, right? Well, we do have enough time to manually walk out to be sure, right? But we want to be tricky, right? We want to bait people into trying the up 3, and that's where her down 4 comes into play. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do the 2-1-2, and then we're going to whiff the down 4, and hey, let's see what happens. It missed. Well, why is this? So basically, the property of the down 4 here, when we are touching the enemy here and they are knocked down, it basically just pushes us out. So to the enemy, it looks like we're trying something, and obviously then, okay, if you're trying something, I want to catch you, and I'll do an up 3 or something, but we're not there to be found. And of course, from there, then we can easily just punish the wake up 3 and just do whatever we want. So not all moves do this, right? You're going to have to test this out by move basis. Like, if I just mash down 1 or something, like, I'm still going to hit. It's not going to push me out. So moves that have generally longer forward animations, like the Jade down 4, once you're in the corner, it will tend to push you out of the corner, and that's why we get what we get. And she's not the only character here. I'll show you another example with Nightwolf. So for Nightwolf, it's a little more layered, but it's the heart of the idea is the same. So Nightwolf, after any shoulder charge, and hey, if you're playing Nightwolf, you are ending combos with shoulder charge, to be sure, right? What you want to do here is a down 3, which gives us a little bit of that spacing that we're looking for here, but not enough to get fully out of range, as you see there. But combined with his 4-2, which actually does move him back, we can put the 2 together to gain enough space to get out of reversal, wake up 3. As you can see right there. So these are just some of the concepts to play around with, right? Not every move is going to be able to do this. You want moves that have some more forward range to help push you out of the corner. And some moves, like this here, the 4-2 for Nightwolf, move you back naturally, and you can use the 2 together. So play around with it. It's a strong concept. It's a concept I don't really see explored much in Mortal Kombat 11. I know a lot of people already know all about their shimmies and all that kind of stuff, but using the buttons to effectively shimmy for you is something I don't see people to do all really that often. It happens sometimes in Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. I'd say, hey, just explore with it and play around with it. Our next tip is going to show you how to make Garrus's options in the corner a lot more scary, and that's thanks to the 3rd variation and the Sand Clone. So in and of itself, say you did a combo with the shoulder charge into the side switch, right? Well, it's 0. Like, there's no advantage for you. You are both completely neutral, right? So, while you could restand the enemy with this in a combo, in and of itself, since it's completely 0 neutral and block, it's not that valuable. However, thanks to this new variation, we have a combo route that can change that up and make it very advantageous for you. So if you look now at the frame advantage here, you might notice instead of the usual +0, we're +7. And yes, that combo didn't do the most damage, to be sure. Garrus can definitely get more in the corner than that. But the whole point is that +7. So from that +7, say we do another forward 2-1-2, right? And this time we want to go in that big combo, right? Nothing the enemy can hit can possibly beat us. Remember, because they're restanded, they don't get a wake up 2, they don't get a wake up 3, they don't get the roll. We are just in their face, in the corner, and it is absolutely our turn, and there's nothing they can press. So if the enemy does anything less than hold block we win. End of story. And hey, since we're in this variation anyways, if they want to hold block, yo. From there, we can do the command grab, or we can just throw like a regular grab. Doesn't really matter, right? But yeah, so that is the gist of that. You can do more damaging routes, like you can do something like this, like 4-2-1-2 into this setup here. The stand 4 version is just the easiest. You can get more damage with that route. It's just it's a lot more strict on the timing. Maybe play around with it. But yeah, with this simple setup, Geras is in your face, and there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to guess, basically hit or throw. The throw is the least damaging option. Honestly, to parlay in Street Fighter terms, take the throw. Because if you try to struggle out and he goes for the 4-2-1-2 again, and then he takes his big damage combo combined with the other thing, it's probably lights out. So, strong and fun piece of tech for Geras. For our next tip, I want to talk about inescapable Kotal Quakes. Now, this is something I have covered in the KotalCon specific guide I did some months ago. But you know what? A lot of people don't play Kotal, and not everyone saw that guide, so I figure, hey, this is as good a time any for you to learn this concept. So the Quake in and of itself, it's unblockable, right? The thing is, it's definitely on the slower side, so you can see it happening and just, jump out and clock Kotal in the head, or something like that, right? But what if you couldn't? And that's exactly what this is. So what we're going to do here is, this is all about frame counting. So we notice here, hey, it says start up here 41 frames. Let's take a move like 1-2-2. Hit advantage is, oh, hey, it's 41 frames. Funny story. So what if we did Quake right afterwards? Well, okay, whatever. I'll just jump out, right? Well, it turns out you can't. So now I'm controlling D'Vorah, as you can see here. And Kotal's going to do the same setup to me, and I'm just going to hold straight up. Oh, couldn't get out. Okay, well, I'll hold up forward. How about that? Oh, not so much. Well, you know what? I'm going to roll out. How about that? Oh, the roll got stuffed, huh? Same deal here, but with back roll. So all I can do is this. I can hit Wake Up 3, which is, as always, true invincible, or I can just delay tech. And that's it. That's the only ways you can save yourself from this concept. And this is just one of many. So another quick one here. So 4-3-4, this guy right here. So 46 hit advantage, right? So all we have to do, this mini dash, cancel out immediately, same deal. Can't jump out, can't roll out, can't anything other than Wake Up 3 or just delay your wake up. Anything else you try to pull will get hit by the Quake. That's just how it is. Say we move it to the corner. So in the corner, we'll do a combo, and we're going to drop our combo on purpose, and it'll lead into a meaty Quake. So we're going to do like a standard opener, something like this here, which you would normally say combo into command grab or something like that, right? But after the 4-3-4, we're going to cancel that 4-3-4 into the Quake. And same deal. You wake up right into it. And then there's in fact super meaty. The move is well into its active frames before it actually connects. So we purposely drop the combo into the reset, and from the reset, hey, we take more damage, all that fun stuff. So this is one of those things where, like, if the enemy expects it, once again, delay tech totally beats it. And if you delay in front of their face in the corner, then yeah, they can punish you and all that, right? But that is just another concept of how the inescapable Quakes work. And there's so many variations of this, right? It basically comes down to, hey, just check the frames. If at any time you have a hit advantage of 41 or greater, you can always set up a way for the Sword Quake to be inescapable, other than up 3 and delay tech. So yeah, once again, Kotal not the most popular character, even though he's definitely got some love in the last big patch. So if you didn't know this concept, hey, now you do. Next up, let's talk about Frost Variation 3's Dive. So it's always been an interesting move, especially because it's a bit modular. If it hits up closer, it's a mid. If it hits from further back here and she touches the ground, it's a low. That's cool. But she has a way to circumvent the usual minimum height air restriction. So basically, in Mortal Kombat 11, you have to be a certain amount of height before you can do an aerial special move, right? This is to curtail the abuses of stuff like MK9, if you remember your MK9 history with people like Cabal. So you have to be a certain amount of up in the air before you can do it. So if I just like jump forward and hit back forward immediately afterwards, it's not going to work. Like no matter how much I do it. Just jump forward, do it. Like, I can do it still pretty close to the ground, right? But I can't do it. I have to be a certain height up here, and if I enter it too fast, I'll just get the kick instead. It's not going to happen. But what if there was a way to circumvent it, and an easy way? And for Frost, there is. So for Frost, I get an instant dive bomb. Hey, what happened there, right? I circumvented the minimum air height. Turns out all you have to do is just input the inputs just a bit differently. Instead of just doing the traditional back forward it wants from you, just hit down back and down forward, and for whatever reason, I don't know why, maybe it's a bug, it will circumvent the usual minimum air height restrictions. As you can see right there, that's as low to the ground as you can do something. And of course, from distances like that, it's a low as well, right? So it's a low people might not be expecting, and certainly not ready to block. The fact that Frost's mid-range is already quite strong, she has, like forward 2, back 2, auger drills, all that kind of stuff. The fact that she can threaten with, just a low, like lickety-split, that fast, from that far away, right? It's something to keep in mind. Once again, I think the way this works might be not intended, because if you just try to jump forward and input the motion as it should be, back forward and forward, it doesn't quite work the same way. You have to be a certain height to get it, and it'll just be very strict otherwise, right? You have to be a certain height off the ground versus the instant version just doing it without the minimum height. But still, hey, now you know how to do Frost instant air dive bombs. So next up, let's talk about Kano and Kano's competitive variation number 2. This is the one with the Molotovs. Kano, not the most popular character to be sure, and this is definitely not the more popular variation, but hey, we got the Vegemighty in this variation. This is a very interesting one here. So in and of itself, when you have it active, it buffs your Kano balls, right? And that's always good, because if you're playing Kano balls is probably something you're looking forward to doing, right? So it makes them do more damage, gives them a hit of armor, and also gives you access to the upwards Kano ball, which actually does more damage than the basic Kano ball, just so you know. But what it also does is it extends hit stun for combos and extends your ability to confirm from combos. So say I just go to the enemy and hit 2-2, right? And say your hit confirming's not the best in the world, right? I can go hit 2-2 right into Vegemighty, and that little extra time while you're doing Vegemighty will give you enough time to visually assess if you got the hit or if you didn't. And hey, from there, you still get the combo out. Oh, I saw the hit, go right into a Kano ball, right? And once again, we can go right into the upwards Kano ball, which does more damage. So as you can see there, okay, it gives you a little more time. So this is important because Kano, his fastest mid is back 1, right? And it's 10 framer, so it's good for that. But it's effectively impossible to hit confirm from it, realistically, because it is a single hit move. So by the time you've assessed the hit or not, like, your special cancel window is gone. Like, your ability to go into a Kano ball or a knife or whatever, it's already gone. So this is where the Vegemighty comes into play. And since it moves you backwards anyways, it's pretty safe to cancel into it. And from there, you can do this, go into Vegemighty, and like, you just have that much more time. Okay, did I get the hit or not? And after you assess if you got the hit or not, then you can say, hey, okay, I got the hit. Let's go right into the Kano ball. So I get the enemy set to random block right now. So I have no idea if they're going to block or not. That's just out of my understanding, right? It's just going to happen or it isn't, right? So let's see how easy it is now to hit confirm from our back 1. Because before, like I said, it's effectively impossible. But yeah, so let's try it out now. Okay, I got the hit. Cool. Right into a combo. Got the hit. Right into a combo. Oh, they blocked. Not going to touch anything. That's the idea, right? It just gives you just a little bit more time, and all of a sudden it makes his fastest mid a lot more usable than it was before. So if you're going to play Kano and you're going to play, the lesser played variations, just really keep this one in mind because it makes back 1 so much more valuable. And for our final Techmas tip here, let's just make it a fun one. So it has to do with Kano and his forward 1-2 spit. So the last major patch changed this up here. So the spit actually does damage. It never used to do damage, right? And some other stuff changed with it as well. To say the least, you can reflect it with Nightwolf now. So you can have Kano's spit bounce off your chest and smack him in the face, and it could potentially kill him if he doesn't have enough life left, right? Very much bringing to life the old I'm rubber, you're glue kind of concept. So if you ever wanted to kill Kano with his own spit, hey, now you know the tech, you can do it. And hey, there you have it. So just a nice little grab bag of tech options for you. There's also a Techmas guide for Dragon Ball FighterZ already up on the channel if you want to check that out. There'll be one upcoming for Street Fighter V shortly. And yeah, that's just basically it. So my friends, if I don't see you again till after Christmas, this is Happy Holidays and Merry Christmas. And otherwise, thank you very much for watching. Hope this video found you well. Go out and play some Mortal Kombat.